Made it. Made it, man. Just getting in from Oklahoma City. Didn't think I was gonna make it. You know what I'm talking about? Let's see if I can turn this. Well, forget all that, man. I was gonna turn the TV on. Let's get into it, man. Hop on this real quick so I can get off last week. This is the critic versus the people. I am the critic, Tommy G, and you are the people. The people that's rating us in the comments, giving me your opinions. And I promise to do more advertisement on the other sites, man. I'm actually just started DTR TikTok as well as a fan base and one other thing. I think it's TikTok, a new Instagram. So y'all be able to follow us on there as well. But yeah, episode 14 last week I did Friday movie. You know what I'm saying? 2, I did Outcast because they was getting inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And Friday turned 30. That's why we did that. 3, we did Las Vegas. Las Vegas, because I plan to take my old lady to Las Vegas. And why everybody calling me right now? Hold on. Everybody planning on taking my old lady to Las Vegas in August. And Area 15, you know, they just said they were doing a John Wick inspired hotel thing. For TikTok social media, I want to know how did y'all feel about that because there's a couple of social medias that we're about to get off of. Uh, we're gonna keep the Facebooks, the Instagrams. Like I said, we're doing a TikTok, so I did that. 5, the NFL draft, and 6, we did Bucky's. And the versus mode was pick 3. To make a record label, we had Tupac, Biggie, Nas, Jay-Z, Kanye West, Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Drake, Larry June, Nipsey Hussle, Snoop, Master P, Birdman. And I said happy birthday to Master P because his birthday was last week, and I'm going on tour this summer with Moby. 15 was Dr. Dre, and I didn't have a 16. But if you had to start a record label with 3 of those, who would you pick to be to start a label with? All right, so Friday we gave it a 5 out of 5. It's one of them hood classics, man. The movie's great all the way through. I can remember seeing it for the first time. It's one of them movies that give you one of them good feelings. It's hood comedy, man. It was something being done that wasn't done at that time. All our movies was like Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood, South Central. Those movies was out at that time. So we just got hood movies. We didn't even get the hood comedy. This was the first of its kind, a hood comedy. If you want to claim Dolomite and all those, man, you can. But this was, it was this. I don't know. It's just like transcend our era of comedy movies. So it turned 30. We gave it a 5 out of 5, and the people spoke, and it stays at a 5 out of 5. Friday the movie. 2, Outkast, the music group. I gave it a 5 out of 5, and people have spoken. They was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame along with Salt and Pepper. So, Outkast is that group, man. You know, people don't give Big Boy enough credit, but Big Boy got some legendary verses as well on tracks where he doing with multiple people. You know, Big Boy hold his own, man. So y'all want to say that Big Boy ain't holding his part of the thing? I give the group 5 out of 5. What's good? How y'all doing? Yes, sir. Big Boy be eating, man. So the people that spoken, they stay at a 5 out of 5 because Outkast is that group. You hear me? All right. 3 was Las Vegas. I gave Vegas as a whole a 4 out of 5. Vegas is one of them places. And my LB said I probably was wrong because they stayed 2 weeks in Vegas. I can't stay nothing but 3 days. After 3 days, I was ready to uncharge, unwind. Maybe I need to stay off the script in the Airbnb so I can go to the script, absorb everything that's going on in Vegas, and then go back to like the normal suburb areas. There's some cheap areas out there. The hotels are crazy. It's always something to do. It's a fun town. If you gamble, you will love it. Just don't go spend all your money, man, and be in a situation where you can't get home. But Vegas, I gave it a 4 out of 5, and the people have spoken. It stays a 4 out of 5. And the reason why I was rating Vegas is because I'm taking my old lady to Vegas in August. We're going to the Area 50, what is it? Area 15 is the John Wick inspired hotel theme, where it's kind of You get your corn, like the corn that they get in the movie, the whole nine. So it's a, fun hotel. You know what I'm saying? I want to do Chef Ramsay's hotel. Vegas is that place, man. They got a lot going on. You know, it's people, it's concerts constantly, Monday through Sunday, and then the summer is super hot, so we're gonna have to dress accordingly. The last time I was there in the summer, my shoes felt like they was melting when I was walking on the script. So the people have spoken 4 out of 5, and it stays a 4 out of 5. TikTok, I don't know. I think TikTok is one of the apps. It's an age app, but I go on there and I post stuff. Maybe not no dance stuff, but I post some comedy stuff. I got the series that I do called Tommy, You Don't Have No Job, because my name is Tommy. So inspired by Martin, where basically I tell you what I do, and then you be like, man, you ain't got no job. You got the voiceover stuff in the back, and it works for that because the numbers do well. I show you my graphics, my photography, videography, the whole nine. The thing is, I just don't post a lot on there. I should post more. But TikTok as a whole, I gave it a 3 out of 5, and people have spoken on TikTok. I don't know, maybe if I was younger and I liked the app, you know, I don't even like Snapchat like that really though. We will rate Snapchat one of these days too. But 3 out of 5 people have spoken. It stays at a 3 out of 5. If y'all think it's better, y'all let me know in the comments. If you a TikTok head, you know what I'm saying, it survived this year. It came back strong, you know what I'm saying? They saying that it influenced us in the wrong way. I think that we have to do better as Americans to teach our kids it's all right not to be entertained 24/7, and it's cool to learn stuff, you know what I'm saying? Let learning be your entertainment. So TikTok kind of, you know, exposes that in America because they do stuff different in China where the algorithm is different. So that's the reason I give it a mid. I mean, we know what it is for, you know what I'm saying? When you go on there, it was based off kids and dancing and different things like that. It's good to advertise companies and whatever you got going on vacation. It's different stuff like that. So it was cool. So I give it a mid. You know, it's touching the rim. It's an app that I frequently go to, not all the time, but I wouldn't say every day, but I go to it several times a week. So it's cool. All right, number 5 is the NFL draft. Y'all know that Shador didn't get drafted in the first round. Travis Hunter went 2. Cam Ward went 1. It was a whole lot of what should happen. And I thought the NFL draft is like the best draft to me. Like, I don't like the way they do the NBA draft where they do lottery picks. They do the WNBA like that as well. And I believe that they do the way they do the NFL draft is cool because it tries to every year try to balance out the system. It don't, you know, we get one in a lifetime generations, Tom Brady's and play people like that wins multiple, like we got with you guy in Kansas City, but he lost this year. So that's what I like about football. You don't know who's gonna win at the end of the year, even in college this year. You know, we thought that, you know, Georgia or Texas would win it, or Oregon. Oregon was the front runner. And then you get Ohio State coming out the fire. That's why we wanted the playoff system. You know what I'm saying? So I would rate that on another day as well. But the NFL draft, I gave it a 4 out of 5, and the people spoken. It was an entertaining draft because of Shador kept us talking. We didn't talk a lot about Cam Ward, but Cam Ward is a baller. He went from 0 stars to going number 1 in a draft. If that's not motivation for your kid, if your kid playing sports, any sport, don't worry about how you get in and do what you can do. You know what I'm saying? That's the motivation in that, man. And I love it, man. Shout outs to Cam Ward, man. Hats off to him. Shout out to Shador. You know what I'm saying? They all got drafted off the board. Even if you go one or the last person, you come off the board. You have kids that didn't come off the board and should have came off the board. It was a lot of kids, you know, from Kansas. We had 2 picks off the board when it should have been like 6 or 7, but it's all good. 6 is Buc-ee's. We was talking about Buc-ee's, the gas station, the travel destination, the whole nine. And the reason we were talking about Buc-ee's is because they got a restaurant called the Texans. That is, they calling it a T-Move Buc-ee's. So I thought that was hilarious. I was like, all right, let's talk about Buc-ee's then, man, because Buc-ee's is that place, man. If you wanted to stop, if you had to stop and get gas, the gas is a little pricey. I like Quick Trip gas. We find Sam's Clubs. We like to do stuff where, we map out stuff. I know where the Sam's Clubs is off 35 when I'm going to Kansas. I also know where the Buc-ee's is. If you don't go to the Buc-ee's in Denton, then you're not getting no Buc-ee's. So there ain't no Buc-ee's up 35. So, but when I go to Houston, it's a couple of Buc-ee's. When we go to Austin, it's a couple of Buc-ee's. So yeah, I like stopping at Buc-ee's. They got the dark chocolate almonds, the popcorn, the drinks. You know what I'm saying? It's not pricey. They got healthier options. They got salads. They got sandwiches. They got chips. They got drinks. They got the whole nine. And if the bathrooms are clean, you can go in there and you can do 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about putting your feet on the toilet to flush it. You know what I'm talking about? So you done been in those places where you don't even want to touch nothing in it. You just want to use it and get out. As men, I know it's easier. Women, it can be a little more harder. Squatting down in the air, you know what I'm saying, trying to use a restroom in a dirty bathroom. So Buc-ee's, I gave it a 4 out of 5, and people have spoken. It stays a 4 out of 5. The versus mode for this week was pick 3 artists to start a record label. 1 was Pac, 2 was Biggie, 3 was Nas, 4 was Jay-Z, 5 was Kanye West, 6 was Eminem, 7 was Kendrick Lamar, 8 was J. Cole, 9 was Drake, 10 was Larry June, 11 was Nipsey Hussle, 12 was Snoop Dogg, 13 was Master P, 14 was Birdman, and 15 was Dr. Dre. And I broke it down like this. I added a couple of people because the list didn't have all these people on there. And I broke it down like this because you get a little bit of everything. You get people that produce, you know what I'm saying, that made beats and stuff. You got people that's super producers on this list. You got arguably the greatest rappers of all time with Tupac and Biggie, you know what I'm saying, and Snoop. I want to put Snoop up there. If it was a Mount Rushmore of rappers, he would definitely be up there. Dr. Dre made beats, you know what I'm saying? So you get to pick a beat person, you get to pick a hustler, an overall hustler, and Birdman and Master P. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of good options. So if you could pick 3 to make a power label with, and you know you're gonna win, if you pick out any of these, all you gotta do is have the formula right to actually get paid. But yeah, any of those will win, man. All right, let's go. My phone was dying, so I didn't get to do a lot, but I wrote down a couple. I want to write down all of the boxes that fought this week. So number 1 this week in the stock room, we're gonna talk about boxing this past weekend. You know what I'm saying? I've been in Oklahoma since Sunday, so just got back today. So I know I can't remember the people that Canelo fought, and I can't remember the dude that Devin Haney fought. But we're going to talk about that. So boxing for the weekend, y'all had Devin Haney fight some guy. You had Ryan Garcia and Rolly fight, which was basically the highlight of the weekend because it was a good fight. And Canelo, the Canelo fight was mid, just like the Devin Haney fight was like mid. So we're going to get into it. We're going to rate boxing overall for the whole weekend because we got Friday and Saturday night. I didn't get to watch none of the undercards. I don't know about the undercards. I don't know who fought in the undercards other than Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. I don't know who fought in the Canelo undercards. I didn't get to look it up. I should have been looking it up on the train, but I didn't. So my apologies. 2, we're going to talk about Oklahoma City. Since I just came back from Oklahoma City, we're going to talk about Oklahoma City as a travel destination. Oklahoma been building. I went to Langston University. That's like 30 minutes outside of Oklahoma City. And since I've been going there, the city has grew so much. It was certain things in Oklahoma City that you couldn't do because, even with like the beer, I don't, they used to ask me to bring beer from Texas. They beer them went up. The way they operate their liquor stores done changed. The operation hours has changed. They got marijuana in Oklahoma now. That's booming. I mean, you almost got a smoke shop on every corner. You have big buildings now. It's crazy because, we was around the Bricktown area, the downtown area, and they got a lot of good, nice things like they got nice parks. They kind of like Clyde Warren parks. Oklahoma City, like like a home to me because I'm from Langston. I graduated from Langston University. So we're gonna talk about Oklahoma, Oklahoma City. You know what I'm talking about? Because I just came from there. All right, three. The reason why we talking about this is because we had Mexican this weekend, and this place that we went to is called Abel's, and Abel's got good horchata. So horchata is on my list. Is number three. Horchata is like a rice milk cinnamon drink. If you ever had it, I think it's good. I usually get it at a place here in Dallas called El Rancho's, and then my Mexican spot that we get quesadillas from, I always get it from that. And like I was telling my friend's mom, my drink don't even make it to the light most of the time. So it's a very refreshing, good drink. It got cinnamon in it. Cinnamon's good, but some of that milk dairy products ain't that good. So I don't drink them like every week, but when I go to those spots, I do get horchata. So we're gonna talk about horchata, number three. Number four, man, we've been having a lot of fuss about 100 people versus a gorilla, 100 people versus this, 100 people versus that. They don't went from 100 people versus a gorilla to putting 100 people versus 100 people. I heard somebody say, some controversial stuff. I seen earlier London dude. This is the reason I want to talk about. It's basically a sport where they do group fighting. So I wanted to rate group fighting, but it was a dude on online talking about 100 UK people versus 100 Americans from all over here. I'm talking about from Cali to New York, and he said I don't believe if he think that he will win, they will win because they wouldn't win. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna talk about the fight, the group fighting sport that you probably ain't never seen, but we're gonna talk about that. Number five is polo, man. I just found out polo is an old it's fashion now, man. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, we used to work polo shirts, the polo collar shirts, the button downs, the polos, polo boots. Polo boots is popular in Texas, so we didn't wear Tims, we wore polo boots. And then this weekend, chopping it up with my nephews, one of them said that polo is clothes now, so it's like old fashioned. They speak at YN and polo and and all this other stuff. So we're gonna talk about polo, man. You know what I'm saying? Polo is a brand. Is it outdated now? You know what I'm saying? Or is it time to bring that polo back? I mean, come on, man. We got Young Dro. Young Dro used to be polo, but we were rocking polo way before I heard of Young Dro in Texas. I mean, I had a pair of polo boots in high school. You know what I'm saying? I had a pair of Tommy shoes as well. You know what I'm saying? Tommy Hilfiger. My name was Tommy, so I had to rock that Tommy. I know they think that's probably unclothed, but we're gonna talk about polo as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Fashion wise, you know what I'm talking about. Number six. I know this is gonna be a pretty much controversial topic, and the reason we talking about him is because his trial is coming up. Diddy as an artist, man, not as a promoter and none of that other crap, but we're gonna rate his musical talents. You know what I'm saying? He had hits with Biggie, probably somebody done wrote him, but he had hits with him. I mean, he done did a couple of things uh, that we can rate him. I mean, he did the group thing with the girls, even though they talk bad about him too. But Diddy's trial is coming up, so I say, hey man, let's put Diddy on this list right now, man. Let's talk about is his music something that you will put up there? You know what I'm saying? I mean, he has been on the billboards even after Biggie. So he know good music, you know what I'm saying? He has made good songs. It's kind of like Birdman, you know what I'm saying? So, uh, you know, and then our versus mode this week is one has to go. We're talking about fruits. I eat a lot of fruits. I like mangoes, pineapples, berries, strawberries, all the berries. And so I'm basically giving y'all my answer. Those one won't come off the board. I don't even think I got mangoes on here, but I got number one, watermelon, two, grapes, three, pineapples, four, berries. I'm gonna say all berries, strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, raspberries. This one we're gonna group them all together. Uh, 5 apples and 6 oranges. If one of them had to go, which one would you take off the board, off the fruit list that would never exist? That's a tough one for me. I like all fruits. So, even like, I think they were talking about tomatoes or fruits or whatever. I like tomatoes on my hamburgers. I know a lot of people that don't like tomatoes, but it's all good. I'm starting to like cucumbers. I like cucumber mint uh, lemonade for sure. You know what I'm saying? If you make a drink with cucumbers and limes in it, it's very refreshing. So, all right, let's start, man. Boxing over the weekend. Other than the Ryan Garcia and the Rolly fight, all the other fights was not. I guess they weren't even rememberable or talk about. I mean, we did get from Canelo winning that fight, Terence Crawford versus Canelo in September 12th. So we can talk about that as well. But the fight game as a whole this week, I think it was bad, man. So I'm gonna give it a 2.5 out of 5, man. I don't know what y'all would give boxing this weekend. We got Devin Haney, and they said his fight was bad. I didn't even get to see the highlights, but they said his fight was boring. I ain't said he was cheering like a little girl when Rolly dropped Ryan Garcia. Like I said, that fight was kind of entertaining. I did watch some highlights of that. I did see him drop that boy in the second round and then go on to victory at the end. I did watch the highlights of that. I didn't watch the Devin Haney highlights, and I didn't watch the Canelo highlights because they said the fight was boring. And I was on the move, so I was kind of restricted, but I did hear about the victories and different things like that. So that's the reason why it's only one. It was really one decent fight this past weekend. So 2.5 out of 5, that's dirt. That ain't even touching the rim, man. You touching the bottom of the net. All right, 2, Oklahoma City, man. Let's talk about it, man. Like I said, Oklahoma City is one of them places that's on the rise. There's a lot of beautiful places down there. Where we shot at the little park downtown by the Thunder Stadium. It's turning into a very beautiful place. It's supposed to be building another building downtown. You can get weed, you can get drinks after hour now, liquor. You know what I'm saying? They beer done went up. They really done passed Texas in a lot of things that they, wasn't when I first got to Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? So Oklahoma is one of the places that I enjoy going. I shot 2 movies, 2 short films in Oklahoma City. So I'm thinking, I was telling my L, it's time for a third. And we do a how-to series. If you haven't seen my movies on DTR TV, go check out How to Blackmail a Stalker and How to Run Off on the Plug. We was going to do a How to Run Off on the Plug twice, and we kind of ran out of momentum, but we can get that back going. But Oklahoma as a whole, I'll give it a 4 out of 5, man. It's not my favorite. Y'all know my favorite spot, but it is up there, man. It's home. It's kind of like it's home, man. I love going to homecoming at Langston. We usually stay in the city now, so 4 out of 5, man. It's definitely Duncan for me, and it's definitely a place that I frequently go. I remember when I first graduated, I was driving to Grand Marquis, burning up the mileage up and down that highway, up and down 35. You know what I'm saying? So you got casinos, you got liquor stores staying open later, you got smoke shops on every corner. I don't even smoke, but if you smoke, Oklahoma is one of the places that you can go smoke. You know what I'm saying? They got smoke lounges and different things like that. They got cigar lounges. It's a cool vibe. It's a cool city, man, for sure. You got Thunder. And when I first got there, you only had Oklahoma City. You had Sooners was the pro team. Now you got a pro team, and hopefully more pro teams to come. All right, number 3 is Horchata, the drink. You know what I'm talking about? I love horchata. I'm just be honest with you, but some people don't make horchata right. I mean, I had some horchata by my eye doctor. It's a little place down there, a little Mexican spot. I don't even know the name of it, but the drink was too sweet. It must have been somebody must have put too much sugar in it. It's got to be a right balance. And El Ranchos do a great job on horchata. It's basically like white rice pressed into some juice, some milk, a little bit of almond, some cinnamon, and something else in it. And the mixture, when you mix it right, is good, man. Like I said, my drink don't make it to the corner, so I had to give horchata at least a 4.5, man. So it's definitely dunking. 4.5 out of 5 for sure. We'll give it a 6 if they made. I tried some that had some substitute stuff. If it was like a healthier drink, it'd be the greatest drink on the planet. I mean, the cinnamon is good for you, but the dairy, you know what I'm saying? I know the almonds is good. The white rice is probably not that good. So if we can get some kind of substitution that tastes exactly like it, then it'll be a 5 for me. All right. Let's talk about it, man. Group fighting I don't know if y'all ever seen something where it had like 4 or 5 people in the ring going against each other. It was some kind of sport that's not, of course, it's not here yet. You know what I'm saying? It might be overseas, maybe London or whatever. That's probably why they talking crap to us. Talking about 100 London dudes versus 100 Americans, and we will mop the flow with y'all. You know what I'm talking about? We breed street fighters over here, man. That's what we do. We give people what they ask for. I give 100 Texas. These 3 spots that I know that I could build a squad that'll come over there and mop them. Maybe it wouldn't even be fair to do 100 versus 100. 50 Cali guys go over there. I know I can get 50 dudes from Cali that'll mop that whole 200 of them. Texas and Florida for sure. Louisiana, like my boy was saying, yeah. So that it started from 100 versus the gorilla, but they was like, that's crazy, So now people starting to say 100 versus 100 people. So it was people saying cities versus cities. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to start no conflict, but hey, it done spiraled a little bit. So I said, let me talk about the group fighting thing. The group fight thing, I don't know. It just didn't look appeasing to me. It's like some martial arts MMA thing where they just throw people in the ring. It's like some group. It looked like it got to be a little better structured. Or maybe, do bare knuckles or something because they look like they got some little gloves on and stuff like that. I don't know. But did I watch it? I just watched the little clips and I didn't even finish the clip. So I think there's a dirt idea, the group fighting thing. Maybe some stamina fighting where you do one, and then the person that win, you got to keep going on, see how many fights he can win in a row. Like Big George back in the days. I don't know how to fix it, you know what I'm saying? But I thought it was dirt, so I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5. The group fighting thing. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That gorilla versus 100, man. I don't know about that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That'd be crazy. But all right, let's move on. Polo, the Polo brand, man. They say it's upward now, man. How it's the Polo horses. I remember when I was younger, man, when I was used to talk to this girl, she said she wouldn't even talk to me because it's a knockout brand of Polo called USD Polo or whatever. She's like, if you had that on, I wouldn't even talk to you. This is before the balloon pop show. So Polo was that staple. You had you some nice polo boots in Texas. You know what I'm saying? Nice polo shirt. You know what I'm talking about? Maybe a polo belt. You know what I'm saying? They even got fancy. They had even polo, like regular shoes. But we like the boots because we didn't rock Timbs. It don't get that cold here where you got to wear Timbs. You see a couple of people that's influenced by the East Coast that wear Timbs. Or, you know what I'm saying, work in Timbs or whatever. Timbs are very expensive little boots. I mean, not that expensive. They like $200-300 for some Timbs, but that just wasn't our style here. Polo boots was our style here. The polo. So I like the polo, man. Even the button downs and the polos. You know what I'm saying? The nice little horse. The transcended over decades, man. Pretty much. I think I still got like a polo shirt or 2 in my closet. You know what I'm saying? So it's still got a couple of polos in there. I don't have no Tommy stuff. You know what I'm saying? I used to be Tommy down to the socks. You feel me? Shoes, socks, shoes, drawers, shorts, Tommy shirt. You couldn't tell me nothing. Then I found out that he didn't really rock with us, so I stopped rocking with him. Maybe I need to do a Tommy brand without the Tommy Hill figure, just the Tommy. You know what I'm talking about? Something crazy. But Polo is that thing. They said it's unkware now, but it is what it is. I mean, everything got an expiration, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give Polo still a 3.5 out of 5. Man, it's still something. I just even the Polo Cologne. We ain't even talk about that. Hold on, man. Polo Cologne. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna go on just touching the rim because that Polo Sport was definitely that thing. What you agree on that, baby? Polo Sport Cologne.
What about it?
Did you like it?
Sure.
All right, 4 out of 5.
I'll be back.
Polo. All right. Diddy. Let's talk about him. You know, it's a lot going on with Diddy. So, you know, he's about to start trial. But let's talk about his music, man. Do you still listen to his music, or we gonna R. Kelly the man? You know what I'm saying? R. Kelly been cut off at parties. You can't even play "Step in the Name of Love" no more. So is it Diddy the same way? Do we not play Biggie Biggie Biggie? Can't you see? Hypnotize? Now do we not play the songs that he owned with other people, or do we keep it rocking? Because you know uh, he on trial. He's doing on trial. You know, but Diddy as an artist, man, I kind of rank him in the middle with. I think Dr. Dre may be better than well. Dr. Dre is better than Diddy, as far as musical wise. Master P is better than Diddy. So Birdman, Diddy is way better than Birdman. You know, I think Birdman is at the bottom of that list when it comes to CEO rappers. You know what I'm saying? Man, that's a list I need to put together. I'm gonna write that down too. CEO rappers, man. And we're gonna do next week. We're gonna do versus mode versus the CEO rappers, man. Yeah. But Diddy, man, I give him a 3 out of 5 because he had a couple of hits every now and then, as far as musical wise. You know what I'm talking about? He has been on the Billboard, even with the songs that he was featured on. Even though he don't write his music, he make good music. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, it don't even matter if you write or not. You got the Drakes of the world. Uh, you got people that's when I was growing up, man, you couldn't even be fake. Like we didn't have the internet and stuff like that. So if we didn't believe you as a person, like your personality had to be strong. You could be the greatest artist on the planet, but if you was flawed, if you found out you was snitching, you turned on your homies, you know what I'm saying, had some kind of bad traits or whatever, where you was a mark or you know what I'm saying, anything like that, we didn't listen to you. You know, it doesn't even matter how good your music was. It's just the era that we was in. That's why pop was that thing, man. So we did his thing. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, I give Diddy a 3 out of 5. He in the middle. He ain't the greatest. He ain't the worst. So yeah. All right, the versus mode. One fruit has to go. Would you take watermelon off the list? Would you take grapes off the list? And I'm talking about all grapes: green grapes, red grapes, grapes with no seeds, all that. Pineapples, berries, apples, oranges. Which one would you take off the list? All right. That being said, man, this is the Critic versus the People. I am the Critic, Tommy G, and you are the people. Make sure you keep rating. Make sure you keep tuning in every Tuesday at 5. I'm going live, man. So I'm gonna give y'all this every week. So y'all let me know, man, in the comments, man, on all the topics. You know, we had boxing over the weekend. I rated boxing over the weekend a 2.5 out of 5. That's the Canelo, the Ryan Garcia fight, the Devin Haney fight. Number 2, we did Oklahoma City. We gave Oklahoma City a 4 out of 5. It's one of the places that if you haven't never been, you need to go check it out. You know what I'm saying? You get a vibe up there. 3 was Horchata, the Mexican drink or Spain, wherever it's from. I think it's like a Brazilian drink. Wherever it's from, I had to look it up, but I gave it a 4 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5. Group fighting, that group fighting sport overseas. I don't know if y'all ever seen it. I gave that a 2 out of 5 because a lot of people was talking about 100 man versus a gorilla, and now they starting to put 100 versus 100. The UK guy really got my blood boiling over there. He was talking hot crap. Like you can put 100 US dudes against 100 UK or wherever he was from, and they think if he believe he gonna win, he's crazy smoking that yaya. 5 is Polo brand, the fashion. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. No, I gave it a 4 because my girl stapled that Polo cologne because it got cologne, you got shirts, you got shorts, you got drawers, you got socks, and you got boots and shoes, man. So Polo's still Polo, man. 4 out of 5. I don't care if it's hump work. I still gonna rock me some Polo. 6 is Diddy, P. Diddy. You're going on trial this week, man. We gave him a 3 out of 5. And one of the fruits got to go, man. Which one of the fruits will go to you? Will it be watermelon, grapes, pineapples, berries, apples, or oranges? And y'all let me know. And I'm gonna get off the stain. All right, man. Make sure that y'all tune in. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in this week. All right, peace.